If this gospel is hid, you know what happened?
It is hid to them.
It is hid
To them.
to them that are lost. If the person you're talking to on the street don't know about the gospel, is lost. And let me tell you something. It is not a good position for anybody to be in this day and age. Because listen, I can imagine when God looked down on man. Now, you see, the way how mankind stayed, this is coming from the heart.
Yes, sir.
You see, when he saw that every intention, you see, and every imagination of the thoughts of man is wicked continually. You can imagine how he feels. He repented him that he made man. Listen, you know why man stopped serve God? Too much technology spoiling up your head. Listen, doctor perform surgery now without even putting hand on the patient. You see the Xbox 360 have a something called Kinect. Doctor using Kinect to repair man's body. Now you see, because God has given man knowledge to develop things, he's taking the glory to himself and stop giving God the glory. You see, if they stand up and say that God has blessed me with this knowledge, man gonna laugh at them. You see, but you see, they have to recognize there's coming a day when everybody got to recognize who God is. So whether you like it or not, you're gonna have to acknowledge who's it. The scripture say, you know, none of his words gonna return to him void. You see, every knee and every tongue shall confess that Jesus Christ is Lord, to the glory of God. You understand? Not to the glory of man. So man can continue to glorify himself, but God is in the end going to get the glory. He has to get the glory because none of his words going to return to him. Not one of them. He went on to say, in whom the God of this world, Satan, we are dealing with now. You understand?
Yes.
Listen, I said it once and I said it again. Don't bother look for Satan with horn pouring out his head. Tail back at him with dart. Listen, when you come to church, you see, Satan comes sit down against you. Amen. You understand? We don't need to go out into the nightclub. You have them already. He's going to come into here with you with yourself. And he's going to start whisper foolishness in your ear. You know? Talking about how the preacher talk about me, son. You understand? Look, man. If you read the word of God, many things will be revealed to you. There's not everything you're going to understand. But if you don't understand, go back and read again. And if you still don't understand, get on your knees and ask God to open up your understanding to reveal the word of God to you. And he will do it. Because if you ask anything
My name.
in his name,
He will do it.
you will receive. So if this gospel in the head, it's going to be hid to them. Lost. Yeah? In whom the God of this world, what has he done?
Blinded their mind. Them believe not.
Let me tell you something. To be physically blind, you know, that's a serious situation to be in because you got to have somebody leading you all the time. But if you're spiritually blind, man, that's a serious situation to be in. You gotta ask God for help. That is the only one that's gonna be able to help you. No man on earth can help you. God alone is gonna give you what you need. So, blinded the minds, of them which believe not. You have to believe. All of us have to believe. But when you believe, you will receive what God has got to give you. Yes? You understand? Yes. Lest the light, the light in us of the gospel. Brethren, listen. Your light has to shine. Right, I'm going down to the verse. Verse 7.
But we have this treasure.
This treasure.
Hi!
Earthen vessels.
Earthen vessels.
Have you got the treasure?
Yes.
Yes.
Why, yes.
Yes.
I said we have this treasure
Yes, sir.
in earthen vessels. Oh, yes. That the excellency of the power
Maybe
of
of
God.
God and not of
It is
us.
of God, you know, and not of
Not
us.
of us.
You see, any power that you have, it comes from God.
Yes.
So this, we are a vessel,
Yes.
you see, as to God.
Yes.
A vessel unto God. Listen, you have to remember, when Gideon went up against the Midianites,
Yes, sir.
you see, he started off with 32,000 men. You understand? But let me tell you something. God said to him, you see, Gideon was thinking to himself, boy, I need some more men to go up against the Gideonites. But God said, no, you have too much men. You understand? Because you have to remember, it's God fights in the battle. So what God do? He said, right, anybody who free, will go home. Listen, 22,000 men gone out them yards. But let me tell you something, I would have been in the 22,000. God, me, God, free that war. But listen, God know who he wants. You understand? But you see, God has brought in free will and election together. You understand? Right. So then Gideon was left with 10,000 men. So but of the 10,000 men, you see, still too many. God said too many, because listen, if I allow you to overpower the Midianites with so many, you're going to take the glory to yourself. You understand? So God must get the glory.
Yes.
So what did he do? He sent them down to the river. You understand? To drink. You see, and anybody who lap up the water, they're the ones. So, out of the 10,000 that went down, 9,700 left out of it because they get on their knees. God said, I'm not holding me one. And they lost 300. So imagine, 300 now, men, going up against the Midianites. But let me tell you, they were chosen. Without even realizing they were chosen. Because it's of their own free will that they left the water up like that. Listen, but that was the way how God was choosing them. You see, and they were the ones. But listen, when they went in up against the Midianites, they never had no sword, you know. Yeah! You understand? You know what they had? Picture. Yeah, man. And inside the picture, listen, the vessel. You understand? See where I'm coming from now. We are a vessel. And in you is the light. The blessed light of Christ is in you. So you are the vessel. But let me tell you something. When they went up against the Midianites, 100 on this side, 100 on that side, 100 on the other side. Gone up against the Midianites, 300. Man, you understand? But what did they have? They never had no sword. They had picture with lamp inside. The light. But listen, what happened now? What they had to do when the right time come? You gotta sound the trumpet. I said you gotta break the picture. The vessel has to be broken for the light to shine out. So if you're a vessel for God, I said you have to be broken. You see, you're living in darkness. You are a vessel, but you have to be broken. Listen, not until you recognize that you are nothing. God can't do nothing with you. You have to know say you're nothing. Otherwise, God can't. Listen, when you was in the nightclub, and he said you're going to come and give your talent to the God. What makes you think say them the talent when you have a nightclub that one? You have to come empty vessel. So God will wash you out with the word. Clean you up. Make you become a vessel of honor unto him. I said God is good. You recognize how good God is.
Goodness.
Look at how God used Gideon. You understand? So when they break the picture, and the light shine out, what did they say? They said, behold the sword of Gideon. But listen, Gideon never had no sword. It was just a thing. So when the Midianites get up, they start to lash from side to side. They're chopping up their own. You see, God will use the enemy to destroy himself. You see, where is it? Hold your peace. Let the Lord fight by yourself. You're going to lose. I said, let God fight for you. I said, he's got all the power that you need. You see? He said, no weapon. When you feel God in your soul. I said it last week and I'm going to tell you again. I said, make my waistline feel weak. I feel like the life gone out of my leg when God love wash through me. You know something? Many things have happened. And I've proven how good God is without even trying to prove it. When you said the Lord has done great things for me, you gotta know for yourself. Don't live off of my testimony. Have your own. Make sure you have your own testimony. Because when you go before God, I say every man have to give an account for himself. You understand? Your mother can't give account for you.
No.
Your husband can't give account for you.
No.
You understand? You have to give an account for yourself. To God be the glory. Brethren, listen. Right. Now listen. Treasure we're dealing with. All right. I know you aren't going to Matthew, but I'm going in Luke. I'm going into St. Luke chapter 12. Now listen to